Sunrise. Earth, if it was round. Amazon before the fires. Desert. More Amazon. Blood, I think. Crop circles. Neighborhood circles. Tall buildings. Oceans. These are the scenes of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Sorry, that was my own intro. I wanted to hype that up a little bit. Hey, what's up, guys? This is pre-alpha footage of the unreleased Microsoft Flight Simulator, which is coming out next year in 2020. So the sim is still very much a work in progress, but I did want to share this bit of footage with you guys because there is a lot of effort that is going into making this look as good as it does. I'm not going to talk too much about specs or anything like that because there's a lot of other channels and people that are much more informed and capable of talking about those sort of things than I am. So I'll just keep this short and sweet. The first thing I want to say is that I can assure you the developers of this game are putting a lot of effort into this one. This is not going to be some passive attempt at a new flight sim just to make everything look better. They are really working on improving this thing from the ground up in many different aspects. One of the major improvements of this sim is going to be adaptive streaming scenery. So as you can see, this looks entirely different from Flight Sim X, and it's actually going to be using fully integrated Bing Maps. So it's basically going to be loading scenery and terrain based off of your internet bandwidth. Essentially what they're saying is the entire world is going to be VFR. Some other improvements include interactive checklists that are going to be included within the sim, so you no longer have to search the dark web for that Cessna 172 pre-flight checklist, and also an improved physics engine. As you can see, this test pilot in the B-roll footage flexing hard on us and pretty much buttering every landing recorded. I call slew mode. This is just a little bit of comparison footage between a real-world flight that I was on a few years ago in Spain. Shout out to Oscar from Virtual Fly for risking his GoPro's life for this footage. Between this and a scene from the footage that they provided, the B-roll that was really similar to that view that I had. I just reversed my footage. You can see the registration is backwards. And also you can see that they had a much better GoPro mount than I did. For my testing, there were 3 aircraft that I was able to choose from: the Cessna 172 Skyhawk, the Robinson DR400, which you see here, and then later on there will be some footage from a TBM. Microsoft held an event a few weeks ago where I was able to test out these aircraft, and at the time the TBM was the most powerful aircraft that was in the inventory, so there were no jets, and also no hot air balloons either, which I thought was outrageous. But here's some footage of the TBM, and also just to throw a few more fancy words at you, there's an entirely new atmospheric simulation with 32 layers of clouds, volumetric 3-dimensional rain, which you'll see here in a minute, and then also waves that are actually influenced by wind. And on top of that, they actually flew into Hurricane Dorian in the sim, and they said that it was accurately represented. So, definite video material on my end. Let's fly into some hurricanes when this bitch comes out. On that note, there will be a multiplayer platform in the new sim, and you can bet your sweet ass that you're going to find me in the air traffic control tower as soon as possible. There won't be any shared cockpit feature initially, but they did say they're going to be working closely and listening to the community to make improvements as time goes on. By the way, as you can see, there are actually going to be rainbows simulated based on weather conditions, which is unheard of. So fly low enough and you can actually taste the rainbow. This video is sponsored by Skittles. Not really. And just to wrap things up, this will be my last talking point, but this is an example of the 3D rain that I mentioned a minute ago. Here's an example of that in the TBM on approach. You can see the rain effect on the side window, and the dash is completely upgraded from anything Flight Sim X was capable of. So looking forward to flying in some bad weather and trying not to eat shit. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up there. If you're interested in seeing more footage or just learning more about the sim in general, there's plenty of other videos out there from other channels who have provided longer reviews. So I definitely recommend searching for that if you're interested. I'm just going to end it here on this kind of time-lapse video of the Flight Sim series over the years, which can really make you appreciate how far we've come. Play this music at my funeral, by the way. Closing remarks, I'm definitely looking forward to the upcoming release, but more than anything, I'm just excited that Flight Sim is receiving this kind of attention and that this much effort is being put forth to try to make this as good as it possibly can be. Especially for those who want to fly but are unable to for whatever reason. This is going to be as close as we have ever come to simulating real-world flying, so that alone is really exciting. I am also excited to see how badly we can it up in multiplayer now that the level of detail is going to be so much higher. Anyways, that'll be it for me. Thank you guys for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. This is Air Force Proud 95, and I will see you next time.